Australia. Our group in Guyana originally was scheduled to do this, and they are all working very hard, trying to fulfill Rinpoche's aspiration to have the Kalachakra temple renovated in time. So very kindly, the community in Australia is gathered now so that we can all do this puja together, no matter what time you are in or we are in. So we will be able to start. Rinpoche has recorded a message for us, so we'll all be able to listen to Rinpoche's message for this. He didn't make it to Europe in time to try to do this in person with anyone, but he is on his way later in the week to Europe, and he will be there to prepare for the empowerment. So wonderful news on his mobility and ability to be there. And we'll start by prayers to request teachings, and then we will all do the short video. So, I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the virtuous merit created by practicing the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the virtuous merit created by practicing the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened, to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the virtuous merit created by practicing the Dharma, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from bliss that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and aversion. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and make oceans of offerings, both real and visualized. May I purify my negative karmic seeds from the beginning of time, and rejoice in the virtues of all ordinary and extraordinary beings. May the enlightened ones remain until samsara ceases and turn the wheel of Dharma for us. May the virtues accumulated by all beings be dedicated towards attaining Buddhahood. Om Vajra Bhumiya. The foundation is the pure golden earth. Om Vajradekeya. The universe is encircled by a great iron fence, and in the center is Mount Meru, the king of mountains. To the east is Lupakpo, to the south is Zamblin, to the north is Dramanyen, and to the west is Balanchod. The sun, moon, Rahu, and Kalagni, all things pleasing and prosperous within the world of humans and gods, complete and lacking nothing. All this wealth I offer with great devotion to my immaculate root and lineage lamas, and to the mandala of Yidams, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Pratyakas, Stravakas, Dakinis, and all-seeing Dharma protectors. In particular, I make offerings to the brilliance of the sacred Lama, the glorious and supreme guide, requesting the profound advice of your liberating instructions. Out of compassion, accept this mandala for the sake of all beings. And having accepted this offering, please bless me. Guru Idam Ratna Mandala Kangaryataya. Sincerely request from the glorious one, the kind and compassionate one, the teachings of common and uncommon vehicles suitable for all beings. May we comprehend the Dharma in our minds and develop all Dharma qualities. By the sound of this great Dharma drama, may the sufferings of all sentient beings come to an end. By this inconceivable good fortune, may these teachings be established and remain. Okay, I'm just going to prepare to share Rinpoche's teaching video. So just a moment.
Мессежийг номын айлдварыг бид ингээд бэлтгэж байна.
Hi, Rashi Дадлага Pansam So, all Dharma brothers and sisters, I'm very delighted today explain this month how important and how important especially the full moon. Firstly, why this month is important? Because incredible Buddhas, the most important events fall into this month. Therefore, is important. For what? For to do the Dharma practices, accumulation, merits, and so forth. Which means Dharma practice and accumulation merit is not contradict. It's both. If the accumulation merit, that means also Dharma practice. But any type of Dharma practice also accumulation merit if you know how to motivate. So therefore, for these events, the most important. In general, the most important is your goal and motivation and intention, remember? But the time-wise, this time, this month, important. Why? Because Buddha, he conceived in this month in mother's womb. And also Buddha enlightened in this month. And also Buddha was passing into the nirvana in this month. Not just this month, but also in this full moon day. So therefore, all the months in the 1 year, this year is the most important to accumulation merits, accumulate merit, do virtuous activities. Why? Because this going to be multiply all our merits and virtuous activities, and the impact of the virtuous activities is going to be very powerful and multiply. So therefore, important to be mindful and vigilant and also conscious. Why? Because you meant to be conscientious. Because not just multiply the merits and virtues impact, but also if we are being non-virtuous, entering non-virtuous activities, and then also multiply. So therefore, important day of be mindful, important month of be mindful, and be conscientious. Okay? But for us, our Sangha, even more important this month. Why? Because my Lama, my root Lama, the most important, my master, he passed Nirvana in this month. True. So therefore, for us, even more important than others. Why? Because for us, this is much more powerful than any other month. Because our link, our connection with, which means my best connection with my Lama, Lobsang Trenli, real manifestation of Vajrapani, and so through the me, all of your students, mine, whoever has Dharma connection with me, or whoever have a little respect or inspiration of me, you have special connection with the real Vajrapani of Lama, Jebsen Lama Lobsang Trenli, surely number Jari De, which means if you make more longer his title, and then like that. So don't worry what is meaning exact, but roughly meaning Lama means above ones. Above ones means is not something politically above. It is the quality, the enlightened quality is above of everyone. Means that Lama means. Okay? And then Lobsang means the mind of excellent. Okay? Trenli means the activities excellent. That is my Lama's name. Not just normal name, but it's title. Connecting with the title. So real title. The title matched with his quality. So with this Lama, we have connect in general, but more in this month. So therefore, what we have to do is be mindful, vigilant, conscientious to do practice more in this month and to do accumulation merit more. So we also try very hard to finish translations of many Dharma books. And we're going to try finish and complete many Dharma books in many languages. So that is our dedication objective, which means you need some present Dharma activities to connect in the merits of all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of 3 times, which means past and present and future of the 10 directions. Through my Lama and through Buddha Shakyamuni. So therefore, this month, the whole month is we're going to focus virtuous activities, practice, and also we're going to focus avoiding any Sangha between Sangha individuals. If you have any conflicts or annoying or anything, you have to prove why in this month. They're going to be very powerful and to prove why all our negative karma, negative impacts, we're going to prove why very swiftly. So that's why it's important to be diligent in this month. Okay? So now I'm going to try to tell you a little bit why it's powerful. If it's Buddha's conservant month, enlightened month, and passing nirvana month. Why? Because first Buddha conceived in this month that means he choose to liberate all sentient beings. So therefore, from Dharma Kaya form, through Sambhoga Kaya form, he manifests as Nirmana Kaya, which means a human form. So therefore, very turning big ponds of to liberate sentient beings. Therefore, is big powerful. Second, he, according to Mahayana Buddhism, he's already enlightened, but he manifests. But he manifests is like a normal person. And the normal person, he realized normal people what do and with life is something meaningless, silly. So he realized this slowly with process. So why he do that? Because he's showing us how you make the steps continuously. So therefore, the final point is enlightenment. That's the full moon day. That's why it's so important. Either you are really ordinary person, become enlightened, or you are either just showing how to do it, this process, and final points. Either way is powerful because with zero self-centered focus, with zero focus self, a focus sentient beings, liberation, temporary benefits, and the ultimate liberation for this. So therefore, of course, powerful. And then the third, passing the nirvana. Why so powerful? Because also you
Нирван
showing
дурыг үзүүлсэн
everybody everything is impermanent
За одоо
in
бидний
obvious level, but not also
хорвогийн мөнх усыг
a subtle
одоо
level.
бидэнд ухааруулахын тулд
And
also
also
ингэж нирван дурыг үзүүлж
everything end.
бидний мөнх
But
байх
the end is only obvious level, and then much more deeper level, there's no such thing, death. Only passing into the nirvana. There's no such thing, death. Which means, death means you are finished. You are damaged, you are destroyed and finished. But passing nirvana means
одоо үхэл гэж бол
you are
байхгүй
passing
одоо нирван
suffering,
нэвтрэх нирванд орох одоо гэдэг
nature. You passing nature of suffering. You passing the non-freedom. And you passing
тэгэхээр
and you are liberated, completely liberated. So that is passing the nirvana, passing into the nirvana. So actualizing your deepest enlightened truth. So therefore is such powerful. So therefore we have to use this month is the most our reminder of diligent and mindful and conscientious, but also then make good habit in this month. So the other months also can be impact our mindfulness, conscientiousness, because we going to train ourselves to be mindful and conscientious, you know, to focus and be diligent. So then this
одоо ийм байж одоо
going to
энэ
be impact our other months and then our other years and then our other
энэ сард байсан шиг ийм байхад одоо өөрсдийгөө дадуулах.
Okay, so therefore we have to think this way.
За ингэж бодож ойлгож
Every year, of course,
одоо ганцхан энэ сард ийм
again,
хичээнгүй
Saka
байх,
Dawa
хойшид
comes.
болох хичээнгүй байхад биш
But
гэсэн үг биш. Харин
enter
хойшид ч гэсэн
next
энэ
Saka Dawa,
мэтчлэн ингэж явах.
we must
Одоо тийм сайхан дадлага үүсгэж
take
байна.
as a reminder for ourselves
Тэгэхээр
to be conscientious of liberating ourselves, which means
за одоо ингээд
to focus
өөрсдийгөө
sentient
энэ
beings,
орчлонгоос
to care about sentient
хамаг
beings,
амьтны
love
төсвийн
about
тулд
sentient
хамаг
beings,
амьтны төсвийн тухайтад бид
and
өөрсдийгөө эндээс
true compassion,
итгэх одоо тийм
which
сэтгэлийг
means
дотроо агуулж байгаа шүү
the
гэдэг
genuine
ингэж
love and compassion to bring golden age very quickly
тэгэхээр одоо
on this earth, and this
Чин
earth
нарийн
going to be transformed.
энэрл нэг
So
үсгээр бид
this
алтан нэрнийг
earth going to be
айлуулж
transformed as a Shambhala. Okay?
тэгээд
So,
энэ зам
and
бүтээрийг
this
Шамбалын
Shambhala
орн болгон хуурах Шамбалын орн шиг
has
тийм
universal
үйл явцыг
Dharma
хурцсах одоо бид
universal monarchs going to liberate all other planets, other stars. So eventually other universe. So we going to think this way, train this
тэгэхээр
way.
бол энэ
In
ертөнцийг
this way.
бид
This
өөрчлөлт
is our goal. What is we
бусад
going to focus
3000
and be
гаруй
mindful
гэсэн
of
одоо
this
тэр орнуудыг ч
is the
гэсэн
Saka
сүүлд одоо
Dawa
бид
meaning.
одоо
Okay?
чөлөөлөх
So
тийм зорилготой гэсэн
please
тийм
be
сэтгэлтэй
very
бид
happy. We have
одоо
opportunity
буйныг
to do
үлдэх
this.
хэрэгтэй.
We didn't die until today, and we have
Өнөөдрийг хүртэл бид
opportunity
ингээд амьд
to
байж байгаа
transform
бид өнөөдрийг
ourselves,
хүртэл энэ алтан
to
нэрний үлсэд
transform
ингэж
this world
өөрсдийн хүч мэдлэг
into the
зориг
Shambhala.
сэтгэл бүх юмаа зориулах ийм
So,
бололцоо олцсон
take
нь
this
юутай
day
гайхамшиг
is
вэ?
very meaningful and delight,
Ямар
and
азтай вэ
continue
гэж
that carry
ямар
your
их утга
delight
учиртай
and confidence. Okay?
за ингээд
So,
ямар их одоо хувьтай
finally,
болохыгоо
we
одоо
can
бид
dedicate
үзүүлж одоо
with
өөрсдөө итгэх итгэлийг маш өндөр болгох хэрэгтэй.
Golden Age prayer. Thank you so much.
За ингээд алтан нэрний одоо ерөөл гэж байгаа тэрийг одоо бид та бүхэнд удахгүй хүргэнэ. Ингээд та бүхэнд их баярлалаа.
Okay, Rinpoche wrote the Dzogchen aspiration prayer, and we have never read this before.
За
So,
зовдонгийн ерөөл гэж
can
Rinpoche
somebody,
бичсэн.
let me try to share it in the chat.
За энийг бол
So that
бид
we can read it all together now.
энэ бол цоо шин ерөөл. Тэгээ бид дөнгөж одоо орчуулаад дуусаад ингээд одоо өнөөдөр би та бүхэнд энэ ерөөлийг ингээд уншиж хүргэх гэж байна. Зовдонгийн төгс номлолын ерөөл. За энийг энэ чатан дээр одоо та бүхэнтэй шеэрлэхийг хичээе.
Imaho, the pure primordial kaya within which all things abide, the melodious speech of the king of speakers who does not err, and the compassion of the perfect Buddha, free from delusion, are always protected by the goodness of the pure nature, without the time of 3 times, in the time of the King of Time, in the placeless place where all the Buddhas forever dwell. By the great treasure that is the absolute goodness of this, may a new golden age of the highest good fortune manifest. All the perfect Buddhas over countless eons gathered a boundless ocean of the 2 accumulations. Now is a bountiful spring that was not present before, shining with 1,000 lights of revelation. May there blossom a fortunate second golden age. By clearing away the suffering of limitless beings, perfecting bodhicitta as the armor of courage, and creating great merit everywhere within the 3 times, may a second golden age soon flourish in Shambhala. In particular, through Shambhala Dharma kings and counties, the sister and brother sages who behold their teachings, and the boundless power of courageous loving kindness, may a second golden age soon flourish in Shambhala. When Kala Chakra, the king of Tantra, spread in Shambhala, as all were known as sisters and brothers of one caste, perfect peace and happiness rose there in harmony with all. By that, may a golden age soon flourish in Shambhala. Kala Chakra completely embodies the totality of the 3 kayas. It is said by the true speech of that perfect Buddha, a second happy golden age will arise in the world. May that prophecy of an auspicious eon be fulfilled. From now onwards, when all of us as sisters and brothers arouse the wish to liberate all sentient beings, by the actions of the Buddha's children, the Bodhisattvas, may a second golden age soon flourish in Shambhala. From the radiating sun of a fortunate golden age, for all you and I without bias to classes as higher or lower, or traditions and religious approaches as better and worse, may a joyful freedom from bias and partiality manifest. By knowing the true reality of the way things are, beyond distinctions that try to accept or reject religion, when all possess the great goodness of seeing how things truly are, by absence of biased attachment, may all the world be happy. By seeing the way things are, all will be loving and kind, because they are filled with the great compassion of genuine mind. May we perceive each other as mutually loving children in a glorious, delightful play of peace where all accord. The direct, unerring cause of this peace and happiness is a kind and compassionate attitude focused on enlightenment. After the world's life essence is rejuvenated, may proportions of the four elements be balanced in Jambaleen. Through the Dharma kings and kalkis of Shambhala, our hearts give rise to 100 treasures of matchless confidence. Through 100 powers of retention, meditation, and wisdom, may Jambaleen gain glorious, joyful peace where all harmonize. By all this great goodness, outer, inner, and secret, as the youthful essence within the bounds of Jambaleen increases, and all our harvests flourish without a need for sowing, may the world blossom again in rejuvenated youth. May the containing world be free from lack or excess. May the beings within, by the glorious gift of joyful peace, coming only from genuine, true, and secret holy Dharma, enjoy eternal happiness better than that of the gods. By the 100 afflictive forces of the 5 poisons being absent, with no sickness, poverty, quarreling, pain, and so forth, without the conditions of any undesired suffering, may the play of happiness surpass even that of the gods. Conditions conducive to life and all we need and wish for, without exertion and effort, will then be self-arising. By quickly traversing the path of the profound and holy Dharma, may we develop certainty of birth in Shambhala. As the absolute truth is pure, defiled relative beings, whether common or noble, gather virtue beyond defilement. By the truth of our pure intentions to accomplish that, may the oceans of truth to which we aspire soon manifest. So now we will open up the Guru Puja text to recite that together for Lama Lutran's Parinirvana.
Guru Puja, Багшийг Тахих, Дадлага Дадлага. За энэ текстийг чатан дээр
And I think someone shared it in the chat for those who don't have it.
Та бүхэнтэй хуваалцаж байна.
Om Vajra Amrita Kundalini Hana Hana Hum Pat. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddhaham. From the syllable broom arises the dwelling place. Atop this sits an immeasurable mansion made from precious jewels. In the middle of all these perfectly developed qualities, from an Om, a large and spacious vessel made from jewels arises. From a melting hung arises manifold offerings made from divine substances, water for drinking, water for washing, flowers, incense, shining lamps, fragrant oil, food, music, and so forth. A virtuous field of excellent offerings that are filled with Om Vajra Argam Soha. Om Vajra Padyam Soha. Om Vajra Pushpam Ahum. Om Vajra Jupe Ahum. Om Vajra Aloke Ahum. Om Vajra Gande Ahum. Om Vajra Nividya Ahum. Om Vajra Shabdya Ahum. Om Vajra Dharma Ranita Paranita Sapraranita, Sarva Buddha Kshestra Prasadini, Pragai Paramitana da Swabhavata, Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Akam Soha, Om Vajra Dharma Ranita, Praranita, Sapraranita, Sarva Buddha Keshra Pratasnani, Pragrai Paramitana da Swabha Swadva, Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Ho Akam Soha, Om Vajra Dharma Ranita, Praranita, Sampraranita, Sarva Buddha Kshestra Prastalini, Pragrai Paramitana da Swabhavata, Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Ho Akam Soha. From now until I and all sentient beings, as limitless as space, reach the essence of enlightenment, I take refuge in the noble root and lineage lords of Dharma, the glorious pure lamas who embody the body, speech, mind, qualities, and actions of the Buddhas of the 3 times and 10 directions, are the source of the 84,000 dharmas and the kings of the noble Arya Sangha. I take refuge in the glorious ones, the sacred lamas. I take refuge in the Bhagavans, the perfect Buddhas. I take refuge in the sublime holy Dharma. I take refuge in the noble Arya Sangha. I take refuge in the glorious ones, the sacred lamas. I take refuge in the Bhagavans, the perfect Buddhas. I take refuge in the sublime holy Dharma. I take refuge in the noble Arya Sangha. I take refuge in the glorious ones, the sacred lamas. I take refuge in the Bhagavans, the perfect Buddhas. I take refuge in the sublime holy Dharma. I take refuge in the noble Arya Sangha. With the aspiration to liberate all sentient beings until arriving in the essence of enlightenment, I will always take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. For the sake of all those sentient beings who strive in wisdom and compassion, I will attain perfect and complete enlightenment and take my place among the Buddhas. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the bliss that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in the great equanimity, free from vice and aversion. Om Swabhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Swabhava Shuddha. Within the sphere of ultimate emptiness, in the space in front of you, from a syllable home, a vast and spacious wheel of protection. Inside that, from Brahm, an inestimable palace made from manifold jewels, with an abundance of ornaments and decorations. In the middle of that, a vast and spacious jeweled throne, supported by 8 great lions, on top of a multicolored lotus with seeds of sun, moon, Rahu, and Kalagni. On top of that, the root Lama Vajradhara, his body dark blue on color, like a sapphire gem, blazing with brilliant light. His 2 hands holding a Vajra and bell crossed at his heart, sitting firmly with legs crossed in the Vajra posture, wearing all manners of silks and precious jewel ornaments, adorned by the 32 major marks and 80 minor signs. His mind is delighted by the self-arisen bliss of supreme wisdom. He emits immeasurable rays of light, the inconceivable secret of his body, speech, and mind. His enlightened activities pervading the 10 directions and the 3 times. His nature is the non-duality of basic space and primordial wisdom. In the space above, surrounding his body, are all the lineage lamas. The divine assembly of the mandala of Yidams headed El Chakra Yabyum, the Buddhas along with the assembly of Bodhisattvas, Pratyeka, Shravakas, Arats in the lower part, Dakinis amassed together with an assembly of Dharma protectors. Each respective offering along with the complete ornaments are also firmly established. Completely pure body, free from all faults and deceptions, perfect in melodious speech, pervading all knowable without exception. My knowing the depth and vastness of suchness, I pay homage to the embodiment of the three Vajras, the glorious Lama. Having abandoned the two obscurations along with their propensities, endowed with the two purities, perfect in all enlightened qualities, having actualized the two kayas for the sake of self and others, I pay homage to the one who emanates throughout samsara and nirvana. In reliance upon the immovable mind, the blessings of unsurpassable enlightenment in a single instant, once again, I pay homage to you who definitely bestows the Most High, that which liberates with the supreme aspiration, the innate indivisibility of the three realms, the reality of great bliss, the non-reverential compassion, freeing all beings from samsara. Through inexhaustible qualities with the power of wisdom and compassion, I pay homage to you, the unmoving and pure Dharmadhatu. From the self-manifestation of your singular wisdom, emanating as a cloud of victorious ones and their children, by the power of their uninterrupted examples of the two truths, I pay homage to the essence which includes all Buddhas, you whose kindness is great bliss itself, appearing within a single moment, Lama whose body is like a precious jewel. I pay homage at the lotus feet of Vajradhara. Since the Master is the protector of all, it is especially excellent to have faith in the sculpture of his body. Trusting ignorance and its causes is not. Furthermore, for all Buddhas everywhere, in all classes of Tantra, the victors praise the Lama. Like that, it is also mentioned in the sutras and so forth. Thus, I pay homage to the victors who earnestly give praise. The guides of the 10 directions in their spiritual hairs see in accordance with the indestructible mind of enlightenment. In 4 sessions each day, they all say, prostrate, make offerings, and say, by the power of all the Tathagatas, we call out to you, teacher of method and wisdom, prostrate and take refuge in you, teacher Vajradhara. Even if one were to offer entire realms of precious jewels to the victors for countless eons, offering a single drop of oil to your body, it is far more supreme form of merit. If one asks why, the primordial wisdom of all Buddhas arises from only you. Therefore, after abandoning all lesser offerings, I offer and pay homage to you, the exalted one. Collection of the cities of the 3 Vajras, abiding in one's own body, speech, and mind, do not abide in anything at all, are the wondrous space-like luminosity. In this time of strife, due to not having the good fortune of directly perceiving Vajrasattva, the forms of teachers are established. I pay homage to the compassionate ones who accept our offerings. For the sake of taming beings, the amazing and wondrous teacher is the mandala of the 5 families. The 5 primordial wisdoms are his 5 aggregates. The mandalas of the 4 immeasurable goddesses are his 4 elements. His eyes or so forth are also the 8 bodhisattvas. His joints and so forth are actually the 10 wrathful ones, while forms and so forth are the Vajra mothers. I prostrate to this body of primordial wisdom. Mistakenly grasping this body of birth and death, I feel remorse and regret. Therefore, with the strong resolve of letting it go, may I too manifestly become like you. The 37 factors conducive to enlightenment are the Blessed One's excellent body parts. The 5 primordial wisdoms are his crown, and the conquering arahats are his fine hairs. Therefore I pay homage. The worldly gods are your seats. The masters of the 3 realms are only you. You are the precious 3 jewels, the agent of their precious activities. As these are not mere words of deceit, from this day forward until attaining enlightenment, with this strong resolve, I go for refuge and prostrate with complete faith and devotion. While 2,000 commoners are equal to a single Brahmin, similarly 200,000 Brahmin are equal to a single monk, who is free from dust and possesses primordial wisdom. However, all of those put together are equal to just one master. Since it is taught that you, the protector, the Vajra master, are never removed from the most sublime of realms, it is said that repeatedly pleasing you, the conqueror, is the way to attain unsurpassable primordial wisdom of supreme omniscience. In reliance on the offerings made to Guru Vajrasattva and the relative merits cultivated in ascetic practices, I prostrate to the destroyer of evil deeds, pacifier of suffering, the one who liberates from the depths of an ocean of existence. When there is the devotion that gives offerings to you, no harm from disease and so forth will arise. If I make offerings to all the victors in the 10 directions, the sublime accomplishments will definitely be attained. Through my enjoyments of virtue and ease throughout the 3 times, through offering substances completely free from grasping, through aspirations, mantras, mudras, and absorptions, I make outer, inner, and secret offerings. It is taught that all those who despise you, after being killed by the negative forces of spirits, fire, poison, and sickness, will boil in the hells forever. All those who despise and criticize you, despise and criticize all the Buddhas. Those who walk over your bedding, cushion, shoes, and umbrellas, or ridicule you, the glorious experience of extensive meaning, will be struck by various forms of sickness. It is said that to walk on the master's shadow is similar to destroying a stupa. Therefore, I individually confess whatever I have done. To disparage the master from the heart, even in a dream, will never become a cause for accomplishment. Therefore, I should grasp the enlightened qualities of the master and never grasp the false. If I grasp the qualities, I will accomplish ultimate reality. By finding faults, my accomplishments will be damaged. Therefore, whatever careless performed with my 3 doors, I vigorously confess to everything. Since the merits of making offerings to even a single one of your course is not possible even by all of the Buddha's activities in the 3 times. Therefore, in order to make my merits inexhaustible, I especially rejoice with delight in all those who prostrate and make offerings and so forth to just that Lord and those cared for by that Lord. Even if one is fully purified by studying, reflecting, and meditating on the sutras and tantras for tens of millions of eons, without the Lama's pit's instructions, it is said that one will not find the stages of blessings. In order to effortlessly attain the supreme accomplishment of the Lama's transmission, and thus free myself and others from bondage, I entreat you to turn the profound wheel. Since the great bliss of innate clear light, which is empty of all things, is the Lama, other than the luminosity of your kindness, when would I ever meet with your blessings? Similar to hardships without results, since one who lacks a master will never find the mantras and mudras, I supplicate the Lama to not pass into nirvana. Lord of the gods in the abode of the heavenly realms, wheel-turning king of the surface of the earth, King of the Nagas beneath the earth, the supreme knower of the immaculate syllable Om, Lama, parent, relative, and friend in being, protector, creator, destroyer of faults, the source of all enlightened qualities. I pay homage to the one endowed with Vajra Yoga, primordial wisdom, pervading the inanimate and animate without coming and going, supreme among beings, the king of sages, for everyone poor and lacking protection. You are a guardian, a wish-fulfilling jewel. Out of fear for this horrible cycle of existence, with conviction in this and future lives, I faithfully rely on you with my three doors. The Guru, who is apprehended in the Vajra lineage, is said over and over again to be the root of all samaya. Lesser offerings of alcohol and burnt offerings, when lacking the essence, are dharmas of a fruitless lineage. Giving like that is unreasonable and meaningless. Without the Guru, even the Dharma will not establish the meaning. Therefore, the Samaya is especially exalted among everything. Striving in the Samaya of the Lama, protected at all times and in all contexts, may I accomplish the enlightened activities of the glorious Lama. After accomplishing whatever pleases you, may I abandon all that does not please you. If just you are pleased, then this is the superior way to attain supreme enlightenment. If you are not pleased, striving in this life to attain enlightenment will not bring even a sublime benefit. In this life, by the power of unifying all of one's own and others' virtue of the three times without exception, may the supreme accomplishment become manifest, and may I always please the Lama, make offerings to him, because there is no other refuge than you, who guides those locked within the prison of samsara. By continuously supplicating with devotion, I pray that you look unceasingly on me with compassion. Inseparability of the Vajra's master's body and my own body. Bless me to attain the Vajra body. Inseparability of the glorious Lama's command and my well-uttered speech. May I attain the Vajra speech. Grasping the secret treasuries of the enlightened mind, bless me to mix my mind inseparably with your exalted mind. Union of bliss and emptiness, nature of emptiness and compassion, inseparability of ultimate method and wisdom, the supreme union of the generation and completion stages. May I directly perceive and realize the unborn luminosity which resembles you, the reality of Vajradhara. Lama who perceives the reality of the Buddhas, the one possessing immeasurable absorptions of inseparable shamatha and vipassana, and whose actions of the three doors are stainless and perfect. May I be liberated from dwelling in the cycle of dualism. Since the inconceivable, ineffable, and magnificent is the immeasurable supreme method, in this very instant, the supreme accomplishment is the Lord of the four bodies. After establishing the being as limitless as space in the supreme vehicle, quickly grant them the pervasive blessing of all the realms of happiness and well-being. Within an abundant canopy of drinking waters, existent rays of light manifest as drinking water. After arranging these offerings of various drinking waters, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Argam Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. Within an excellent, abundant canopy of bathing waters, extensive rays of light manifest as bathing water. After arranging these offerings of various bathing waters, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Saparivara Vajra Padyam Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. Within an abundant canopy of flowers, extensive rays of light manifest as flowers. After arranging these offerings of various flowers, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sabivara Vajra Pushpam Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. With an abundant canopy of incense, extensive rays of light manifest as incense. After arranging these offerings of various kinds of incense, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Dupe Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. Within an abundant canopy of radiant lamps, extensive rays of light manifest as lamps. After arranging these offerings of various radiant lamps, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Arote Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. With an abundant canopy of fragrant oils, extensive rays of light manifest as fragrant oil. After arranging these offerings of various fragrant oils, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Gandham Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. Within an abundant canopy of delicious food, extensive rays of light manifest as food. After arranging these offerings of various kinds of food, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Nevidya Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Sapayana Samaya Shri Hum. Within an abundant canopy of melodious music, extensive rays of light manifest as music. After arranging these offerings of various kinds of melodious music, I offer them to the great being, the glorious Lama. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Shabda Praticha Puja Mega Samudra Saparana Samaya Shri Hum. Om Vajra Dhammaranita Praranita Samparanita Sarva Buddha Keshra Prasadini Pragai Paramita Nadana Swabhavat Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Hum 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 Ho 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 Akam Soha. Om Vajra Dharmaranita Praranita Sapranita Sarva Buddha Shastra Prasadini Pragrai Para Nitanada Swabhavata Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Hum 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 Ho 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 Akam Soha. Om Vajra Dharmaranita Praranita Sapraranita Sarva Buddha Keshara Prastamini Pragrai Paramita Nada Swabhavata Vajra Sattva Hidraya Santa Shani Hum 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 Ho 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 Akam Soha. I offer this light and soft clothing of the gods to be worn on the Vajra body of Akshokvaya. By offering with undivided faith and devotion, may I too attain his Vajra body. Om Guru Buddha Bodhisattva Sapivara Vajra Vasute Ahum Soha. Even though you, the protector, do not have hunger or thirst, I offer nectar, waters of milk, molasses, and essential nutrients, extensive food and drink, possessing various colors and smells and tastes, together with all sorts of sublime foods. May I experience the great bliss of Samantabhadra. After conjuring immeasurable offerings of the 7 precious royal items, the precious wheel, the precious jewel, the precious queen, the precious minister, the precious elephant, precious horse, and precious generals, I offer them all to the Supreme Lama. To the Lama and assembly of Mandala deities, I offer swords, hides, gardens, and homes, as well as precious clothing, bedding, and footwear. After accepting these precious possessions, please bless me. I manifest goddesses giving rise to desire in the conqueror. Goddesses, you bestow the bliss of form, sound, smells, taste, and objects of touch. mirrors, lutes, incense pots, and vessels for eating and drinking. Beautiful cloth and the Bhagyam lotus. Goddesses who support with the sounding of drums and the katvalam. Goddesses of white, blue, yellow, red, and green forms. Goddesses of beautiful forms, melodious songs, and the possessing delightful smells and tastes. Beautiful maidens endowed with happiness, youth, and pride. I offer all of these to the Lama and the host of deities filling the sky. Goddesses of the complete enjoyment of illusory supreme bliss. Goddesses possessing various flutes and drums. Goddesses who excite and flirt while dancing and singing. Goddesses of flowers, incense, lamps, and fragrances. Goddesses of forms, chaste, objects of touch, and the source of phenomena. Goddesses of the perfect, complete aspects of the 16 joys. By this display of joyful Vajra goddesses, may this please the Vajra mind of you, Haruka. Excellent pool of cleansing, divine cloth which is blissful to the touch, supreme mounts such as the Garuda, bull, peacock, elephant, horse, and so forth, wish-granting cow giving rise to whatever is needed, harvest arising without toil or hardship, wish-fulfilling tree and the supreme of fruits, an excellent treasure vase filling space. I offer these to you. I also offer my body, enjoyments, and all virtues accumulated throughout the 3 times. After filling the realms with precious gems, silver, pearls, and vajra, I offer them to you. Making as many offerings as there are atoms in the universe, I offer mountains of precious gems, blue sapphires, white diamonds, red rubies, green coral, yellow topaz, and lunar crystals. To the power of my concentration, I manifest 5 colored Upala lotuses, 3 types of medicine, Karnikara flowers, Malika and Utika flowers, as well as Karawi water flowers. All of these I offer to you now. By making offerings of fearless lion throne,
earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and rings.
and other precious offerings made of gold, garlands of silk and crown ornaments hanging, likewise victory banners of red, yellow, white, black, and other varieties of cloth, garlands of flowers, canopies, and bolts of hanging silk ribbons, beautiful curtains, and likewise best of foods and drinks. All of these I offer through the power of meditative equipoise. Hundreds of thousands of gold pieces, various precious jewels, hundreds of thousands of dresses only in cotton, elephants, horses, and kingdoms, beautiful consorts and maidens, male and female servants, completely pure sisters and those possessing intelligence. Even myself I offer to you. Foods of the 5 nectars are the supreme suchness of all siddhas. The foods of the 5 lamps are the principal vows of all the Buddhas. The supreme drink which pacifies without evil is the 5 kinds of alcohol, made with honey, molasses, barley, and wood. I also make inner offerings of wisdom. Om Hung. Instantly joining method and wisdom, the nature which pervades all 3 realms, with the peace and happiness of perfectly pure appearances, may I please the Lama through the secret offerings. Rest the mind for a few moments in non-conceptuality.
За бодлогын төлөвт хэдэн хорон саатан бясалгана.
Supplications to the lineage of masters.
Одоо дамжлагын
In the
ламрын
presence of the Buddhas, the Bodhisattva Lichavi, in Kalapa, the Kalki King Pundarika, on the glorious mountain, the one renowned as the great Nargarjuna, I pray to you, the protector of fiends from Janam. In the city of Gandhavati, the Mahasattva Dharmagata. In the city of Lhasa, Songsingompo. In Charmaradvipa, the glorious Padmasambhava, I prostrate at the feet of Sheriff Gyaltsen. Vast understanding, expansive like space, with such a mind he envisioned the complete definitive meaning of the scriptures. capable of forsaking his own life for the benefit of the sacred Dharma. I pay homage at the feet of the Lama of renowned Jistolpopa, master who taught the definitive meaning in the land of snow mountains, who turned the wheel of the unrivaled sacred Dharma, Jonong emanation of Jikting Gompo. I make offerings at the feet of the great omniscient one. By the power of these offerings, praises, prostrations, and supplications, may the teachings of your sublime refuge spread. After pacifying all of our impediments, may we achieve every desirable spiritual accomplishment. Source of all cities, omniscient Dharma Lord, you abide on a seat of lotus and moon disk at the crown of all beings. By your uninterrupted kindness and compassion, I pray that you grant me the supreme and common cities. Kunkin Choje Jongsim, Chodrakpal, Jonong Lotsawa, Mati Pandita, Chokle Namgyal, and Drinkum Lotsawa. I pray to these 6 unequaled spiritual sons. I pray to Jamyang Minchu Kawa, Rinsua, Shomtin Gyao, Lahi Gyaltsenpa, Kiechokni Bompo, Kunsotpa, and the greater and lesser ones from Tongten. By you, 14 unrivaled heart sons, after being well snared by the hook of your wisdom and compassion, may we always be born in the presence and enjoy the glorious nectar of your sublime speech. Unchanging body of profound and brilliant great bliss, unceasing Dharma speech of 60 branches, space-like mind of primordial wisdom pervading the Dharma Dhatu. I pray at the feet of the Jetson Lama, in the mandala of love and compassion of all the victors. You are the one skilled in emanating joyful rays of light to all beings. With devotion I prostrate and make heartfelt requests to Jetson Lama, who reveals the essential meaning. Ground of everything auspicious, excellent and marvelous, Master who holds the never-waning victory banner of precious Dharma, with the thought of bodhicitta that equals self and others, I pray to the Lama who is like a wish-fulfilling jewel, the principal mandala of the glorious Vajra Master, perceiving all appearances as pervaded by great bliss. With your spontaneous and excellent activities, you are the protector of beings. I pray at the feet of the glorious Lama. With your wisdom, you clearly see all states of that which is to be known. With your compassion, you extensively emanate a feast of happiness and well-being. With your power, you clarify the essential teachings. I pray at your feet, Joy Gompo. By merely recollecting your name, you clear away all hindrances. When supplicated, you give rise to everything that is needed. When faithfully relied upon, you bestow all accomplishments. I pray at your feet, Sompel Norbu, the unfabricated, genuine manifestation of your natural luminosity, possessing the wheel that purifies whatever arises without bias, the one who has mastered the oral instructions of the sublime Lama. I pray at the feet of the Jetson Lama. By the power of praising you and making supplications, may I always be accepted by you, my protector. As long as the ocean of samsara is not empty, may I accomplish your sublime teachings. Om Svasti, by the power of not moving from the speech of ultimate truth, the portion of the enlightened Dharma is perfectly complete. In the ocean of abandonment and realization, I pray at the feet of the glorious Lama of perfect enjoyment. By the power of the 3 jewels, the 3 roots, and the oath-bound protectors, the painted clouds of everything discordant and mistaken dissolves into the expanse. The splendor performing every virtue pervades like the sky. May the lotus grove of your essential teachings flourish. May you, excellent one, take care of all beings such as myself and so forth. May we be vessels for realizing the profound inner middle way and Vajra Yoga. May we quickly attain the state of the Dharma Lord and his children. ultimate nature transcending the elaborations of speech and mind, sublime primordial wisdom manifested by the path of the four empowerments, the one who has mastered the unimaginable fine intention. I pray to the Lama, the unfailing source of refuge, endowed with the three trainings after liberating your mind. You ripen the minds of others through the Vajra Yogas. You are the protector of these vital cycles of essential teachings. I pray to you, Nawang Chokpa Gyatso, abiding in the discipline of the three doors of conscious training. After striving in the sublime yoga of the two stages, you are rich with the treasury of many qualities arising from meditation. I pray at your feet, Kungapaldan, master of teaching in the manner of the sublime instructions of the marvelous Vajra vehicle, holder of the treasury of the profound Dharma of secret Tantra. I pray at the feet of the precious Lama, Nawang Chosen, filled with faith and devotion in the teachings of the conqueror, always striving to engage in listening, reflection, and meditation. Spiritual friend who guards the teachings without bias, I pray to you, Tugden Gelik Gyatso, your mind tamed by the training and perfect discipline, always maintaining the attention of the profound Dharma, your brilliant activities benefiting others spread in the 10 directions. I pray at the feet of the glorious Lama, gaining mastery over the instructions and teachings of the sublime vehicles, spreading a feast of good fortune of the profound and vast Dharma, until reaching the heat of enlightenment. I pray to you, the actuality of all Buddhas, great Vajradhara. In this and all future lives, may I always be cared for by you, the authentic Lama. After realizing all experiences of the path of great secrets, may I quickly attain the state of you, Vajradhara. Sublime fortune of all profound and vast instructions, power with the skill and accomplishment to explain accordingly, protector of all good fortunes for the teachings and beings. I pray at the feet of the glorious Lama. Without mistake and grasp correctly, you explain to others the summit of the teachings of the three vehicles, the sixth branch yoga, beautiful one who tames the mind with the renowned three vows. I pray at the feet of the glorious Lama, shining with the joyous splendor of the pervasive perfection of wisdom, by the power of the clothing of an ocean of exalted speech. You, through ripe results of the glorious two stages, I pray to you, Vajradhara, abiding in the celebration of radiant emanation shining on the afflictions. You are the genuine meaning of the Vajra luminosity and equanimity, that which manifests the end of a mental analysis and effort. I pray to the glorious Lama who pervades all, the apparent form of the 10 signs, bound inseparably with the mind, wind, and drops, together with the experience of desire for the Mahamudra of magical emanation. May I be perfectly blessed with the portion of your immutable bliss. Imaho, through the altruistic mind that takes me burden to care for others. Your enlightened activities emanate, bringing benefit to others. Yogin, who was accepted by the Tara of the sublime other, I pray to you, Nawang Zingpa, for the superior discipline, free from all imperfections of the three secrets. Having entered the mind of the suchness of the profound and expansive advice, endowed with a vast scope due to the power of the blessings, I pray to you, Kunga Zingpa Wangpo, commanding the ship of the precious pith instructions, arriving at the edge of the sublime ocean of the two accumulations, on the supreme island of precious jewels which frees all beings. I pray to my skillful guide, the greatest of captains, ocean of the three trainings qualities, transmitting the lineage of the exalted mind. path of the two stages that give rise to the supreme realization, supreme spiritual friend of the perfectly complete teachings of the Buddha. I pray to you, Nawam Sonam Zongpo. Imaho, protector of the mandala, circle of infinite conquerors, exalted master of all powerful Mahasiddhas, realizing the meaning of the nature of reality and perceiving all objects of knowledge. I pray to you, great Bajadara, in this and all future lives, after being cared for by you, the authentic Lama, may all experiences and realizations of the path of the two stages arise in my mind, and may I accomplish all the grounds and paths. Empowered by the unmistaken correct teachings, the sublime advice of the profound two stages of the great secret, making the teachings of scriptures and realization extremely vast, I pray to you, the spiritual friend, the gracious Lama. Melodious speech of Manjushri, seizing the body of primordial wisdom, Avalokiteshvara, treasury of immeasurable love and compassion, Lord of secrets Vajrapani, blazing with brilliant power. I pray to the emanation of these three, Salzon Longpo. When this long associated body and mind are forced to separate by the Lord of Death, may I rely on the excellent path which is sought, and be led to the protector of beings apprehending a pure realm. Excellence of the profound and vast path of complete joy, manifesting the abiding mode free from false elaborations, always enjoying the ultimate expanse endowed with all supreme aspects. I pray at the feet of you, the glorious Lama, glory of the precious scriptures and realization of marvelous good fortune, making the teachings flourish through excellent enlightened activities, possessing the exalted mind clearly, teaching the path to liberation. I pray to the glorious one, Tenzin Pa, all-powerful one of glorious speech, Vajradhara, treasury of the exalted mind, inheritance of the Vijayaras and Buddhas, offering the sacred treasury of the Dharma of the Vajra vehicle. I pray to the exalted and incomparable spiritual guide, Vajradhara, who clears away the darkness of ignorance, spreading the teachings. All Buddhas actually abide in you. You who teaches the unmistaken path to all beings, I pray to you, Nawang Rinpo Gyatso. Meeting with the teaching that subdues those without merit, you greatly expanded them through the efforts of study, reflection, and meditation, spreading the theory and practice of the three baskets to all beings. I pray at your feet, Lobsang Trinli, victorious one who grants the intended meaning of the omniscient one. By offering the victory banner of marvelous accomplishments, you bring a great rainfall of the three bodies and everything that is desired. I pray at your feet, Lobsang Trinli, by the power of your immeasurable aspirations and skillful means, may myself and others be established spontaneously without effort as your disciples. May we receive the treasure that leads to the path which pleases the Buddha. May we become the sole refuge for this world, embodiment of the power of the immeasurable Buddhas, chamber of spirits holding radiant eye medicine, teacher of the inseparable path, Lobsang Trinli, relying on you with faith and devotion, please bless us. Om Svasti, Dharmakaya truth body, primordially free from stains of elaboration, inconceivable treasury of spontaneous clear light, perfectly pristine awareness of wisdom and compassion, appearing completely as the body of the deity, Guru Kala Chakra, please protect us. Virtuous friend who with the two dharmas transmits an ocean of nectar, the compassionate blessings of Manjushri and all the victor's children that manifest as a magical display of enlightened activity. Beloved guide of incomparable wisdom, may you live a long and healthy life. Endowed with Samaya, Vajra disciples gathered like clouds, roaring like thunder, the melodious sounds of Sutra and Tantra ring out, and the ambrosial rain that ripens and liberates moistens the earth. May the great lotus garden of the Buddha's teachings flourish for all time. Mind of love and compassion, peaceful and gentle in nature, fields of manifold appearances, glorious and powerful, great mind of limitless depth, ocean-like treasury, sublime counsel, guiding all beings in a manner suitable to their needs, unification of the three trainings, faith, diligence, and concentration, priceless life force, courageously manifesting the confidence of wisdom and compassion, creator of peace and happiness, please remain upon your Vajra throne. May your enlightened activities be accomplished in accordance with your great aspiration. And then we'll chant the mantra 3 times.
Багшийн
Om Guru Vajrajara Manju Shri Priyamati Sarva Siddhi Hum Hum. Om Guru Vajrajara Manju Shri Priyamati Sarva Siddhi Hum Hum. Om Guru Vajrajara Manju Shri Priyamati Sarva Siddhi Hum Hum. May I never for an instant be reborn with wrong views about the liberation instructions of the glorious Lama, with faith and devotion that sees whatever is done as pure. May the blessings of the Lama enter my mind. In all my lives, may I never be separated from authentic Lamas, and always enjoy the glories of the precious Dharma. After fully studies of the grounds and path, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Vajradhara. Oma, I prostrate at the lotus feet of the glorious Vajra Master, who clarifies the perfectly complete primordial wisdom. Reaching the essence of enlightenment, I prostrate to the Lama, the perfect Buddha. I prostrate to the protective Dharma, and I prostrate to the exalted Sangha. To all those Buddhas worthy of respect, to the Dharma taught by the victorious ones, to the Sangha possessing the most excellent discipline, I go for refuge to these 3 precious jewels. Whatever evil deeds or faults that I have done, that I continue to do, or that I rejoice in others doing, in your presence now, I individually confess them all, and furthermore vow to never do them again. Whatever virtues that have been performed by the Shravakas, Pratyakas, Bodhisattvas, and unsurpassed Buddhas, I fully rejoice in all of those and thoroughly dedicate their merits to pursue enlightenment. The Master of all realities go for refuge to the 3 precious jewels, such as the Buddhas and so forth. Like them, I will generate the mindset on supreme enlightenment, and I will rely on the unsurpassed path. By whatever virtues that I have performed throughout the 3 times, may sentient beings as limitless as space become vessels for the unsurpassed Vajra vehicle, and then quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. Bringing to mind the universal Lord Vajrasattva, due to many afflictions of ignorance and disrespect, I have disturbed the mind of the glorious Lama, broken his commands, and become angry at my Vajra brothers and sisters. To those I openly confess, I have abandoned my attitude of kindness, damaged my bodhicitta, disparaged the Dharma, and proclaimed secrets to the unripened. I have allowed my body to degenerate, doubted the sacred Dharma, and performed hypocritical actions. To all of these I openly confess. I have fabricated my own concepts about the profound abode, spoken about the faults of pure individuals, abandoned samaya substances, and completely disparaged women. Feeling remorse for these 14 brute downfalls, I confess them now. From my heart, I confess all degenerations of the root and branch samaya of the Vajra vehicle, such as the samaya of the Lama's body, speech, and mind, the general and specific samayas of the 5 families, and so forth. Having completely purified all stains of faults and downfalls, quickly treading the profound and excellent Vajra path, in this very life may I quickly attain the state of the great Vajradhara, endowed with the 7 aspects of union. Om Shri Vajraheruka Samaya Manupalaya Vajraheruka Tenopa Tistadrido me bhava Sudokayo me bhava Anurakto me bhava, supokayo me bhava, sarva siddhi mame prayatsa, sarva karma sutsame, siddham shirom puruham, ha 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 ho. Bhagavan vajraheruka, mame mutsaheruka, bhava mahasamaya sato ahum. Om Shri Vajraheruka Samaya Manupalaya Vajraheruka Tinupa Tistadrido me bhava Sutokayo me bhava Anurakto me bhava Supokayo me bhava Sarva Siddhi mame prayacha Sarva karma sutsame Shidom Shidom Puruham ha 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 ho. Bhagavan Vajraheruka Mame Munsaheruka Bhava Mahasamaya Sato ahum. Om Shri Vajraheruka Samaya Manupalaya Vajraheruka Tinupa Tistadrido me bhava Sutokayo me bhava Anurakto me bhava Supokayo me bhava Sarva siddhi mame prayacha Sarva karma sutsame Shidom shidom puruham ha 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 ho. Bhagavan Vajraheruka Mame Munsaheruka Bhava Mahasamaya Sato ahum. From the body of the Lama arises a stream of nectar. Through this flowing into my body, I receive the Vase empowerment. Dripping from the crown of the head, a stream of bodhicitta flows. Through the experience of nectar, I receive the secret empowerment. From the body of wisdom consort is emanated, and I am embraced, giving rise to bliss. Imagine receiving the wisdom empowerment. After the Lama melts into light, he dissolves into me. Through becoming inseparable, imagine receiving the fourth empowerment. The body of the glorious Lama and my own body become inseparable. May I be blessed to give rise to the Vajra body, to the glorious Lama who teaches what is to be accomplished. May the inseparable body of our speech become the Vajra's speech. Really grasping the secret treasury of the mind, may I be blessed to mix inseparability of the mind with my own. After accomplishing all activities which please the Lama, may I be blessed to similarly perform his enlightened activities. In my hand, holding the Lama at the crown, in my hands holding the Vajra and bell, in my speech reciting the King of secret mantras, with my mind may I meditate on the union. The concluding prayers now. Completely surrounded by snow mountains, the middle of an eight-petaled lotus on top of Mount Kailasha is the divinely built city of Shambhala, Kalapa. Between the lakes of Manasarovar and white lotuses, in the middle of a sandalwood forest, there is a circular mandala. In each of the outer petals of the lotus, there are 96 million cities and so forth. Abiding in the sublime realm of mantra are the Dharma kings and kalkis, the host of deities of primordial wisdom, the 96 emanated kings and so forth. To all those worthy ones I prostrate and go for refuge. By the power of the sublime virtues gathered here, the time of casting away this life, after taking rebirth as a child of the Kalki kings in Shambhala, may I accomplish the teachings of Kala Chakra. With these virtues and reliance upon the profound methods, with the power to destroy the collection of adventitious stains, along with the channels of the life force and downward voiding winds, may I quickly attain the Buddha nature of the sublime other. With faith in the inseparability of the Lama and Kala Chakra, By the power of the virtues accumulated here through going for refuge and making supplications, may I become the child of the Kalki kings in Shambhala and bring magnificent benefit to the teachings and sentient beings. The virtues of these accumulated merits, when I and others pass away, in this and all future lives, may I excellently care for the authentic Dharma and be unharmed by whichever adverse circumstances. By these virtues and the great virtues of both ordinary and noble beings, till the end of time, may we attain the summit of the Buddha's teachings. May we thoroughly increase the benefit and well-being for all beings. And may I enjoy the magnificent stages and protect the teachings and beings. Thank you to everyone who joined us online, and thank you so much to everyone who joined in Australia in the middle of the night. If it wasn't for our aspiration to help the group in Vienna be able to work around the clock, we might never have gotten to do the Guru Puja in the full moon at the time of the full moon. So it's probably a blessing. So thank you to everyone. And if you'd like to join us for Sok, we're doing it this Thursday, which is tomorrow. I don't know what day it is anymore. Tomorrow we're doing the Sok in Australia. So if you'd like to join us, it's online.
Австралид зогчид өргөх ёслол болно. Энэ ёслолд оролцож